Hello, Maddie from Hello Interloper here. Today we will talk about another unsung hero of Summoner's War. Now, if you're in a chat and you hear somebody say, "Are any of the charger sharks good?" you usually get the answer, "All sharks are food. Sharks are sushi." Or something like that. Either way, it's completely wrong, because people seem to ignore a little monster named Aqcus. Let me bring him up here. Here's Aqcus. He is the awakened version of the water charger shark. Now, on his own, he really isn't all that amazing. Let's take a look at his skills first so we get an idea of who he really is. So, his basic attack is Lunging Wave. Performs a lunge attack that damages an enemy while increasing your critical rate for one turn. That's pretty useful. Everybody likes critical rate. His second is Drive. Attacks an enemy target, decreasing its attack power and attack speed for 2 turns with an 80% chance. That's a pretty high chance. The problem is it's a single target ability, which doesn't make him useful for things like Tribal Ascension or dungeons, sort of, maybe. He's not really that amazing. But then we get to his special passive ability, which is called the Smell of Blood. When landing as a critical hit, this attack additionally inflicts continuous damage for 1 turn on the target. Now, we already talked about continuous damage. For 1 turn and 1 continuous damage debuff, it's really not that impressive. But here is where his usefulness really shines. If the target dies from this attack, you will heal as much as the amount of damage dealt as the finishing blow. That means if he kills an enemy, and he does, let's say hypothetically, 6k damage, he will heal for 6k. That's the key. He is an amazing EXP farmer for Faimon. Now, you might not know what Faimon is exactly. Faimon Volcano is over here, and it is one of the most popular farming spots for this reason. Path number 1 over here is pretty much a bunch of 2 stars with the occasional fire inagami. So, fire hellhounds, fire inagami, 2 stars, a 3-star, big deal. It's not that hard. Compare it to, let's say, North, which is succubuses, succubi, whatever, which, of course, are 4 stars. So that's going to be a lot harder to fight. So, path number 1 is an easy EXP farm, because it's pretty far along in the scenario. It's about halfway. It's all fire, which is easy to do with any water character, pretty much. And, it gives a lot of EXP. So, if you're not really sure about the concept of farming, basically what it is having one really strong character that can have some sort of sustain. By sustain, they can keep themselves alive. And then you put in a bunch of things that you need to level. So I'm going to actually be able to give you an example of this because my Aqcus is built specifically for farming. So let me get all these guys away. And let me choose Aqcus. There he is. And he has a leader ability which buffs himself, increases the attack speed of ally monsters with water attribute by 23%, which is pretty darn cool. And now let me take a bunch of, I'll take a bunch of 1-stars with me, why not? Alright. There we go. So let's go here. And I do have an EXP booster on, so my EXP gain is a little high, but that's the best time to farm. So, let me slow this down to 2% auto so we can see here. So, he hits himself, he hits that 6k, heals himself. Mimic. Alright, and see, he didn't manage to kill that one, but continuous damage took it. Even when he can't fully kill something, then he's using Drive, he got a critical, he killed it, and healed himself for 7.8k. So basically he's just tearing through all of this and healing himself. So I can up this to 3 times the speed now and just speed it up here. He's getting hit pretty hard, but that doesn't matter. He just healed himself completely again because he killed them, and it just keeps going and going. There we go, healed again fully, and let's do it again. And again! Okay, there we go. And there we go, he completely soloed Faimon Path 1 hard. And, there we go, levels, yay! So he successfully farmed Faimon 1, and, ooh, I got a 2-star. Good for fodder. Now let's go back to talking about Aqcus a little bit. My Aqcus is 5 stars, and for soloing Faimon Hell, that's really not that bad, especially because Aqcus is a fairly common monster. I mean, I wouldn't say common as you can farm him. You can't farm him. He's not a secret dungeon. You don't get him from guild points or anything like that. But as you start summoning mystical scrolls and occasionally unknown scrolls, you will get a lot of 3 stars, and you might come across him. And honestly, he's not that rare. But he is an excellent Faimon farmer because he can heal himself through kills. That's what makes him really shine. And a lot of people like to say, oh, well, they're better farmers. Of course they're better farmers, but they tend to be, you know, 4-star monsters, 5-star monsters, and by that I mean natural 4s, natural 5s. They aren't, you know, natural 3s, which are a lot more common. So, if you do get him, I highly recommend using him for Faimon farming. And if you do happen to 6-star him and put decent runes on him, I am almost completely sure he would be able to solo Faimon Hell, which of course nets you a lot more EXP, especially when you have that 2 times EXP boost on. So for runes, I have Fatal Blade on him. There are many other ways you could rune him. You could rune him with Violent, although maybe he wouldn't do as much damage because Fatal does have that percentage increase of attack. I've seen many that are Rage Blade, but the thing that you need to know about a farmer version of Aqcus is that a lot of people are tempted to put HP runes on him because they want to make him more durable. Well, the thing about Aqcus is, it's not really about durability. The higher his attack is, the more likely he's able to kill something in one hit, and that high attack means a higher heal. That's why personally I have Fatal Blade on him, and I have attack power, and then crit damage. Because he does have that first ability which ups his crit percentage, so you don't really need crit rate on that 4th slot. Although I do have, you know, crit rate subs here. I have attack subs, a little bit of HP subs, crit damage subs, some speed. I do like making him fast, so sometimes he gets 2 attacks in a row when there's only a few enemies left, which is nice. Got some more crit rate. Kind of made do with what I had here. Defense subs, he doesn't really need defense subs, but it made him more durable, so I just was like, whatever. I didn't have a better attack rune to put on there. Attack rate, attack damage, and attack. I like that rune. If only it was 6-star, right? So, basically put, he is really useful as a farmer. And the best part is he can be used very early on. That's the nice part. If you need to start making fodder and you're playing an early game, you can do Faimon plain, you know, normal level. And then you can work your way up to hard to get more EXP. But either way, he's so easy to build. Fatal Blade, super easy. Both can be gotten from giants. Both are very common in the magic shop if you want to buy runes there. He's just a very useful monster that doesn't get the attention he deserves. So, next time you pull an Aqcus and you are a super pro and farming Faimon Hell with Ariel, the Nat 5 Archangel, go ahead, use him, build him, and enjoy him because he is my dependable farmer. Anyway, until next time.